What's up, guys? It's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Buildit video, and today we're going to be talking about how to build the most efficient city, the perfect city that you can build for the most efficient city possible. We're not doing a build on High Pop or Omega just yet, but if you want that type of city, this is the way to go about getting there. It really doesn't matter what kind of city it is that you want. This is the most efficient way to crack the game and everything that you need to know to not end up completely screwed by the time you hit a certain level. Okay. Now, first part of this video, I'm going to be talking about restarting a little bit. The only reason that I'm even referring and starting to talk about this is because I keep getting a lot of messages from people who are, let's say, high level. They are absolutely in a position where they need to restart, and they are questioning whether or not they should proceed on with the city that they have. Now, you know, here's the thing, okay? First off, if you have to ask if you should restart, odds are you probably do. But the bigger thing here is that, and I want everybody to hear me when I say this, the most important thing is storage. However, that is what the first priority should be, okay? Storage being low is going to hurt you greatly. However, that is not the only deal breaker on having a city that needs to be restarted or not restarted. That is what frustrates me, is that people give advice on just that, and that's it. They only look at what your storage is. They don't look at all of the other opportunities that you have given up. You have nothing left. I mean, I had a guy post to my Facebook group the other day, and I told him that there were 2 videos that he's going to want to watch. These are those 2 videos. First things first, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Okay, we are so close to 1,000 subs, and it's going to help out the channel quite a bit to grow, and you know, I'll be able to stream straight to YouTube rather than have to use this third-party app. So if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Now, getting back into what I was saying about restarting, okay? It's not just about the storage. So people need to get over that shit real quick. Get over it, okay? Drop it. There's other aspects of this game that do matter. Okay, how about, let me ask you something. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Everybody here, pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you broke? Are you struggling for space? Are you unable to win the contest of mayors? Are you unable to hit epic, gold epic relatively decently? You know, I'm talking within an hour. Are you constantly trying to keep up with services, road upgrades, storage, coins? You're getting nowhere. Every day that you wake up, you're drowning. Does that sound familiar? That doesn't need to happen. And it's not going to stop happening until you restart, or until you spend 6 years fixing what you screwed up. And when I say that, I mean it. You know, I screwed up and I had to pay for it. You know, and it wasn't easy. Let me just say that. It was not easy. It cost me a lot of real money to fix my city, because here's the thing. When you have a high level city with a low amount of storage, it makes everything very difficult. You can't prep for epic projects, right? So you have to have a lot of coin before you start your epic projects. Now, typically what ends up happening is people with a low storage capacity with a high city level typically are the type of people who didn't max out their shops, who didn't, you know, play the contest of mayors competitively at a low level, who didn't build only regular residentials and bank in on their epics. There's so many things that you skipped that you should have done to prepare yourself as a high level player that you didn't do. And it's not just storage. You are basically saying, and in all honesty, you are basically saying that you are perfectly okay with never getting anywhere in the game. Seriously. And if you do ever get anywhere in the game, it'll be because you spent years of hunting for storage items, years of spending real money and buying promotion bundles to upgrade your storage, years of trying to figure out how to get your land unlocked, your other stuff unlocked for your regionals, whatever regionals you did unlock. We're talking about how when you want an item, when you want, let's say, platinum keys, we're talking you're not getting shit, okay? Because you're not winning the contest. So how are you getting platinum keys? You're getting them little chunks at a time. 5 here, 2 there. I won a war and I got 5. I've got people in my group, all level 24, banking in every single week, okay? Every single week. They're adding 2,000 cash, 250 platinum keys. Every single week. They all have gold epics. They all hit gold epics in under 30 minutes or less. They all have been playing less than 6 months and are almost to maximum storage. That's not even all their accomplishments, okay? But what's the bigger accomplishment here is that they have opportunity. You don't have that. So even if I could wave a magic wand and say, kapoof, you have maximum storage, you still have a major issue here. You have no opportunity to grow. That's what it really comes down to. You have nothing going for you. What do you have going for you if you can't win the contest of mayors? And even if you could win at the level that you are, how much is it going to cost you? Truly, how much cash is it going to cost you? Probably all of what you would win if you won. If you won. And all it would take is 1 week of you not winning to set you back $2,000. So what's the point in that? Right? So that is why you should restart. Okay, more so than just storage. There are other aspects of the game that you have complified that you can't uncomplify by simply saying, "Oh, I'll just tough it out." People think that they can just tough it out. No, it's not about toughing it out. Okay, look at me for example. I'm a high-level player. I have maximum storage. I have every damn map unlocked. And I only have like 3 spaces left on Limestone to unlock. Now, the 3 spaces that I have left on Limestone to unlock, I'm never going to be able to unlock those unless I buy the premium pass and I do contest of mayors and get those dozer from the pass, or unless I buy the promotional bundles. I'm never going to have the opportunity to line the entire back of my wall with waterfalls like CPT did. That opportunity is sailed, okay? Now, maybe after years of saving and on a holiday, sale, I might be able to afford a couple of things. But realistically, I'm not going to be banking in 3,500 platinum keys in like 6 months like he did, right? So, actually, he did more than that. But anyway, the point is opportunities. You have closed off all opportunities. And when I see people that are so early on in the game, it's not like they've been playing 6 years and have all these mayor's buildings and years and years and years of work and thousands of dollars into their city. We're talking people that have been playing less than a year, who are level 40 something, who have like 200 storage. Why would you want to set yourself up for failure? So just bite the bullet, restart. You will be so much happier. Okay. Now, you've decided to restart. You finally said, screw it, Missy's right. I'm going to make the decision to restart. I'm sick and tired of holding all this baggage and getting nowhere. And I want to be able to start with a fresh, clean slate. Okay. Now, this is the next very important thing. Listen very carefully. It doesn't do any good if you restart, if you fuck up again. Does it? No. It doesn't do any good for you to go through all the hell of wiping the app and setting up a new Facebook or whatever it is you got to do to save your game and start over to screw it up again. So, this is the Missy's Building Guide video 2. There's going to be a couple of options in here that was not in Missy's Building Guide 1. And those options are available because of a technical issue. We'll talk about those here in a few minutes. Now, you've made the decision to restart, or maybe you're somebody who is making a second city to kind of see if you can get this going. Maybe you're just doing it for an educational training purpose. Maybe you've been playing the game a long time. You just want to see how well it works out. Okay, great. So where do you begin? You're going to begin by, first off, I would watch the Missy's Building Guide video. Okay? That's just me, because there's a lot of stuff in there. But in all honesty, I'm going to do the best I can to cover everything that you need to know to build a perfect city in this video. So if you fast forward through it or you don't make it to the end, you very well could miss some very good knowledge. Seriously. Okay? I went through and I broke down every single aspect of this game, and I made the decisions based on the most efficient way to go about things. Okay? And I'll explain those here in just a minute. So, you've got your city. It's at level 1. What do you do to not screw up? Because believe it or not, you can actually screw up at this point too. You're going to place down a regular residential home. You're going to go through the tutorial. Okay? When you get to the point in the tutorial where you're buying services, this is one of the major issues that people have, is they buy the wrong services early on. They put themselves broke. They worry too much about happiness early on, and they constantly buy things just because they have the coin for it. Like, oh my God, my Sims are unhappy. I have to hurry up and make them happy. I'm going to quickly just buy whatever services I can afford to get them happy. That is a huge, crucial mistake throughout the entire game. Never do that, okay? I know you want to make those little bastards happy, but there's no pleasing them. There really isn't. You need to worry about the gameplay that you have and worry about what you need to do before pleasing all of them, okay? Think about it this way. It's a game tactic to get you to spend money now so that you don't have the opportunity to make the good choice, the most efficient choice. And it gets people every time. Everybody falls for this trick. They're like, oh my God, my people are upset. What's going to happen to my city? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Okay? They're going to bitch. They're going to have all these little bubbles that pop up. You're going to see a red exclamation mark here. These are going to go red. And they're going to go, Mayor, give us this. Mayor, give us that. And you're going to come over here and you're going to spend money you don't have to make them happy. And you're going to set yourself back every time you do that. Don't do that. Okay? Now, when you go over here, you're going to be like, oh my God, but my taxes are dropping. Okay, look. You get a 20% tax increase. And I'm going to explain to you how taxes are calculated in the game. They're calculated based off city level, city pop, and city happiness. Okay? Them dropping their happiness a couple percent is not going to affect your taxes so badly to where you're just going to go bankrupt. You're going to go bankrupt by paying way too much money for services that you don't need right now. Okay, that you can't afford right now. So, what you need to do is make sure that you are buying the most efficient storage facilities or service facilities. Now, you're not going to unlock Omega services until level 30. When you get to that point, I have videos on that. So we're going to focus on the main 3 here. Now, if you go through mathematically and you look at coverage versus cost, this here, okay, is your best option. Canceling out the Omega services. We're not talking Omega. We're talking just the other ones. You're going to buy this one, okay? Now, if you go through and you look at waste management, you're going to buy the garbage incinerator for $15,000, okay? The difference between this one and this one, aside from the fact that you save coin with this one, is this one does not have a pollution square on it. This one does. However, you're not going to be focusing on a lot of population with this build, at least not for the first 24 levels of the game. This building guide is for the first 24 levels. It's for the foundation of your city. You can go any direction you want to go with, but follow the building guide up to level 24. Okay, so you're going to buy the garbage incinerator. If you do not have money to buy the garbage incinerators and you unlock this at level 14, okay, then you don't buy anything. Period. Don't buy this, buy this. You wait until you can afford this, okay? And I have ways that you're going to be able to do that. Don't worry about that. So, now you've got power. When you first start the game, you're going to buy the coal power. You're going to continue to buy coal power, okay? This is the best option for your coin value. Now, then you're going to go to, we did water, sewage. You're going to buy the basic sewage, okay? These are the best ones for coverage to coin value. Now, pay attention. There's a couple things that get beginner players when you first start out on the game. You're going to go through the tutorial. You're going to place the coal power, okay? You're going to go to your city journal. You're going to proceed on. Well, no, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. You're going to start building regular residential homes. Okay, so when you click on the regular homes button here, or you click on the house button here, this here is all of the homes that you can build in SimCity. Some of these may be locked, some of them may not be. If you want to know the requirements to build these, you hold down on them and it shows you a little pink symbol in the bottom left corner. That there is your level symbol, meaning you have to be level 6 to build this house. This one you have to be level 6, and this one you can build right away. You're not going to build these at all, okay? Ever. Don't touch these. Between levels 1 and 43, you're not touching these, okay? Any of these. Now, well, actually, you're going to start these ones at level 30. But between levels 1 and 24, for the purpose of this building guide, you're only building regular residential homes. Now, if you look very carefully, it says population is 1836 and the service demand is low. Okay, this type of home can be converted to an epic project when it's been fully upgraded. This is a huge benefit to you. The service demand will be lower. It's going to provide you a speed token, and it's going to sit at a high pop of 2411. 2,411 people is what a epic project sits at for population, okay? So if population is important to you, you still want to go with this house, right? Okay, so now that we've established you're only going to be building regular residential homes. Now, some of you may not even know what an epic project is right now. An epic project is basically a house that generates a speed token like this one here. The speed tokens are used in your shops to speed up making items, okay? You have to convert your homes into epic projects to get these tokens, right? Once you've done that, the house will generate a piece of this speed token every 24 hours for the duration of that house's lifespan. So forever, right? Now, it's very important that you don't level up too quickly because that screws up your algorithm and it adds more items to your plate. If leveling up houses is very, how do I explain this? Leveling up houses is something that you should not do lightly, okay? You have a limited number of experience that you can utilize between level 1 and 24. If you spend that experience making houses that are not regular homes, you're going to end up with a bunch of stuff that you can't transform into an epic project, meaning you have a bunch of useless houses on your map that are basically giving nothing back to your city. They have a higher service demand. They don't provide a speed token. They can't be converted to an epic project. And they've just wasted a lot of your very good experience at a low level. Now, that is not a good idea. So you need to be building only regular homes. In order to convert an epic project, it has to be at its maximum upgrade, okay? Meaning, if you end up level 24, which is when you unlock epic projects, if you end up level 24 and you have a bunch of half upgraded homes, you're going to end up having to level up past where you want to be in order to convert those home to epic projects in the first place. So it's highly crucial and important that you maximize your houses. You get them to the maximum upgrade. You don't end up with 92 houses on your map that are, not maximum upgrade. okay? You need a total of 35 regular residential homes in order to participate in Club Wars, which you will unlock at level 18 when you unlock the club feature. So by level 18, you want to have at least 35 regular residential homes on your map, and then try to have all of those at a maximum upgrade if possible, okay? Now, that should be totally doable considering you're not going to be building any other homes. We've established what type of home you're building, why you're building it. Now let's move on, okay? We've also established what you're going to be doing for services. Let's talk about your roads, okay? Very early on, you're going to see that you're going to start getting notifications to upgrade your roads. First and foremost, never upgrade your roads, okay? I have a way that you can use, a tactic that you can use to never upgrade your roads again and not have your happiness drop, okay? You need to set your roads up to never need upgraded. So what do? You need to have 3 red roads that are away from people that don't have houses on them. And that way, those roads are red and the happiness is not dropping. Once you do that, I'm not going to get into all that because there's a lot to it, but there is a video that's labeled Never Upgrade My Roads Again. You need to watch that video from front to back, okay? Beginning to end. Watch that video. Do not skip anything. Make sure that you pay very close attention to everything that's said in that video to ensure that you do it correctly. You're going to want to do this very, very early on. If you're somebody who already has your city in play, do this, okay? Set it up. Trust me, you will not regret it. It will save you tens and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in road upgrades. The next thing is happiness. If you're noticing your city is stuck at 99% happiness, there's probably a good reason for it, okay? Click the government tab. You'll see a bunch of smiley faces, okay? You're going to find the one that is not happy. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe there is. Who knows? But you're going to find the one that isn't happy. Now, typically, what ends up happening is if you can't find one that isn't happy, then you should see a storage facility, okay? This is your city storage. You placed it on your map early on in the game. It has an invisible square, an invisible pollution square that is not able to be seen by you. If it's sitting too close to the houses, it will drop the happiness of the people around it. So move that city storage, give it some time. It should work out. Okay? All right. Now, next thing. Factories. So you've upgraded your houses. You're continuing to upgrade. You're not going to get anywhere if you aren't making coin and if you're struggling and all that good shit. So what you need to do is look at the house upgrades and what it's asking of you. Okay? So you click on a house that needs upgraded, for example, like this. And if it's asking for items that you feel are too extravagant, then what you need to do is click this refresh button and hit OK. It'll begin a 30-minute timer. When that 30-minute timer is up, it will give you a new list of materials to upgrade the house. If you don't like that again, then you can click the refresh again. If you want the upgrade to go to a different home, you can click the circle with the line through it. That's saying that you haven't done an upgrade on the house yet. If it's still in construction, you have to do an upgrade. You can only have 3 construction zones at any one time, okay? So pay attention to that as well. If you have 3 construction zones down, you're not going to get another house to pop up until you at least do an upgrade on that. For example, if I was to do an upgrade, watch. See? It adds one. Okay. Now, notice how it does this. I can hit this and it will transfer it to a different home, which it's not going to because I don't have another Omega home around that can actually go through an upgrade. So that's why it did that. Now, if I wanted to speed up the timer, I can click that video button there and it'll allow me to watch a 30-second video and then I can get the building requirements right away. I do not recommend doing house upgrades that cost 20 nails or 10 planks or 5 planks or 3 planks, whatever. If you have another city that you can feed items to this city, even better, okay? Storage should be #1 priority. You need to be hunting storage 24/7. Any opportunity that you see to buy dozer or storage, you need to take it. I don't care if it puts you flat broke, take it, okay? Never sell your storage, never sell your dozer. Upgrade your dozer, your land as quickly as possible. Now, you're going to proceed on. You're going to keep doing this. You're only leveling up regular houses, okay? Now, what about your shops? What about your city journal? Now you've unlocked the city journal, the town hall, all that good shit. So you'll notice that you have a mayor's mansion here, this thing here. This is going to give you some cash rewards. To avoid accidental purchases, you can save these in here. You don't have to claim them until you're ready to use them. There's a lot of times where people will have accidental purchases in the game and they'll lose cash. If you're one of those people, don't even claim it yet. Just leave it sit there until you're ready to use it. Now, what do you do with your cash? You never speed up items, okay? That is a crucial mistake. Never, ever, ever do that. What you need to be doing at this level is you need to be placing your shops as soon as you unlock them. And when you place your shops, you're going to be given the opportunity to buy shop slots. And you can have a total of 11 per shop. It is very important that you focus on unlocking these shop slots immediately. These are very, very important to making money and to being successful in the contest of mayors. You need all 11, no exceptions, and you should do this for every single shop. Now, certain shops have higher priority than others. You need to focus more on, at first you're going to focus more on this store, the building supply store, okay? Because nails are going to be one of your main money makers at this level, and they go pretty quickly, you're going to want as many spaces available. You should then add a couple of slots to the hardware store. And eventually, at some point, you're going to unlock the barn here at level, I believe, 18. Now, when you unlock, no, it might even be sooner than that for the veggies. But when you unlock the barn, you're going to want to start focusing on a lot of slots in the barn. Because donuts and flour are going to be your main form of production. It is very important that you focus on that, okay? So save some money for when, try to have like 6 or 7 of each. Try to keep it, well-rounded because they start to get very expensive. The last 4 are somewhere between like 46 and $50 or something each. So they do get spendy. Also, try not to spend every bit of cash that you have at all times because when you hit level 11, you're going to be able to participate in the contest of mayors. This is something that has changed from Missy's Building Guide 1. In Missy's Building Guide 1, at the time that guide was written, they didn't allow you to do the contest of mayors until level 17. Now they've lowered it to level 11. So what you're going to be doing now is you're going to hit level 11 and you're going to be working your way up the leaderboard for the contest of mayors, okay? You're going to do assignments that are quick, fast, and easy, meaning like coin assignments, production assignments, things like that. You can even do the regular residential house upgrades and just work your way up the leaderboard. Once you get to Mega, once you get to, it depends on how quickly you're able to do it. So if you get promoted every week, then that's 5 weeks until you hit Mega, okay? Now, you're going to continue to level up, but here's the thing. This is where the option comes in. This is where I said there's some major technical issue we were going to discuss. People are experiencing a major technical issue in the game, and that is they are unable to get epic projects to appear. They get to level 24, and then their game does not allow them to do epics. It has nothing to do with them having a fully upgraded regular residential home. It has nothing to do with them having coverage or anything like that. They just don't have the ability to do an epic project. And it's more than one person. Now, because of this, people that spent 8 months at low level farming storage and they got to like maximum storage, and now they get to level 24 and they can't even do an epic project. And it screwed up their whole game. So they wasted all this time. So what I told people to do rather than waste time is I gave them an option. If you don't want to take the risk, speed level yourself to level 24, meaning go as quickly as you can, do all of your house upgrades, get to level 24, and make sure that you have epic projects available. Okay, let's say you got to level 24 and you don't have an epic project available. You clicked on your menu here. Hang on. If you clicked on, let's say the gambling tab, no, you wouldn't have gambling unlocked yet. Hold on. Let's say you clicked on the transportation tab. And you see here where it says epic points. The people that don't have this feature available don't have this on their menu. Now, you won't have this on your menu until level 24. But once you hit level 24, you should have this on your menu. However, some people have been able to fix this issue by simply clicking on notifications around their city. So it appears as though when you hit level 24, the game gives you some kind of a notification for epic projects. And what it does is when you click your city journal over here, this town hall thing, it's going to bring you to your city journal. Okay. Now, some of these are going to be able to be done and others are not. Everybody that's level 24 is unable to complete the ones that need to be where you need to be level 30 and build landmarks. So don't worry about that. Okay. That's not the cause of why you can't do your epics. There's something in here that people aren't clicking. So any of these that you haven't completed or haven't clicked on, try to click on them. Maybe even click the open button, wherever it is. There it is. Maybe even click open on it and open it up and go through everything. Now, I had one guy, he was able to fix it by simply clicking on one of those opinion bubbles. It was a music note, and then it took him to the mountainside. It gave him a notification, and it opened up epics. Another girl, she had a notification on her town hall. She clicked it, and it fixed her issue. But I have several people that have clicked everything and just can't seem to get it to work. Okay? So it really just depends. I don't know exactly the cause of this issue. EA has not been helpful. There's been many technical support files open up on it. I even have one opened up to help 2 members currently. EA has not offered a solution for this problem. Basically, it's a risk. It's a risk. Are you willing to take that risk? I personally would not take the risk. I don't want to spend months of my life, getting storage and all that, and then end up having no epic projects available and unable to fix it. And, that kind of is a deal breaker for me because epic projects are super important. They really are. They're super important to your success, especially if you want money, if you want to be able to, participate in the contest of mayors, if you want to be able to build those types of homes even, because they all have different types of homes. So yeah, they are kind of important and, successful parts of the game that need to be utilized in order to be able to do all that stuff. So if you have decided you're going to speed level, what you're going to do is you're going to click on your regular residential homes and you're just going to keep upgrading. Okay? Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade as quickly as you can for as cheap as you can. If you see things are asking for a lot of money, don't do that. Oh, and this goes for any level player. Don't just, I see a green check mark, I'm just going to donate. Don't do that. Okay? Even like regional homes and stuff, they ask for like 4 motors sometimes. It's preposterous. So don't do that. Now, what else can you do? You need to make sure that when you see these opinion bubbles, like what you just saw, very early on, you're going to pop those opinion bubbles. Do that all the time. Now, what can you do for money? Okay, you've set your roads up. Now, what you need to be doing for money at this point is you need to be producing items. Now, what's going to happen is when you're, I don't even remember what levels you unlock it, but you're going to unlock 3 slot factories, okay? So let's go to your factories tab here. So you have the 3 slot factories open. Now you have unlocked the opportunity to get these. Do not buy 4 slot factories. They're a ripoff, okay? Just wait and make the jump to the 5 slot factories. They're $20,000 each. Now, you're going to, whenever you get the opportunity to purchase factories over time discount in your shops, do factories first. They're going to make you more money quicker, okay? Now, $20,000 isn't bad, but this one here is $50,000. The only difference between the two is this one does not have a pollution square, and this one does. This one requires 150,000 people. This one requires 80,000 people. So you need to make sure that if you want to unlock this, that you have 80,000 people in your city. How can you do that? Well, you're going to go to your parks tab here. That's the first thing. And there's certain parks here that offer pop boost, okay? And you're going to try to place these evenly to hit as many homes as possible. Now, at your level, you have the option, let's say at level 3, you have the option to buy this one. It's a 5% pop boost, and it's, I believe it's 4,000 coins, if I remember right. This one's like it's 1,000 coins more, but you get double the pop boost. So buy this one, the Modern Art Park, over this one, okay? Then you're gonna go up in level or whatever, and you're gonna get this option here. This is a 20% pop boost. This one's 25%. Then you've got this one at 20. And then you've got this one at 30%, 30%. So it's just a matter of which ones you want to spend money on. Now, personally, parks are not the best way to boost pop, okay? They're usually pretty minimal. The reason people are pretty, fond of them is because they require coins, not keys, okay? So that is a benefit. Whereas if you were to, let's say, try to boost your pop with transportation, first off, you have to buy the Department of Transportation, which you unlock at level 10. You place this down on your map, and then you're able to purchase these other items in the list. Keep in mind what type of epic projects you're going to want to do. Each category, it transforms the homes into a specific style. You're going to want to pick the category that you actually like the look of. Don't just pick any category just because you have the pointers for it. Pick the category you like the look of. That is super important, you guys, because you're going to be stuck with these houses forever. Okay, you don't want to get stuck with a bunch of tall houses that you can't see anything, or a bunch of houses you don't like the look of. So what you can do is go to our Facebook page, SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne, and if you click the announcements section, there is pictures there where we show the epic projects based off the category. There's also a poster. If you go to Google Images and you type in SimCity Buildit Epic Projects poster, there's a poster that you can view there as well. The poster, though, it's not the best. It shows it's very little detail, and you have to zoom way in, and it's really hard to tell. The shortest category is the mountain category. And that is these homes here. These are the mountain epics, okay? So if you like these, I don't, blame you. They're the only ones that can be short that are actually epic projects. Now, when you've picked the type of epic you like, then you can start to think how you want to benefit that into boosting your pop. So let's say that you really like beach epics. Well, you're not going to be upgrading or unlocking any parts of your beach or mountain until you hit Mega, okay? When you work your way up the comm leaderboards, then and only then will you utilize these unlocks. These are 2,500 point assignments, and you can utilize those by unlocking your beach and your mountain in Mega only, not in Metro, not in any other league. So make sure that you never unlock anything with your beach or your mountain, okay, until you hit Mega. Now, this means that you're going to have to boost your pop with parks or transportation or whatever. There is The best pop booster for transportation is going to be the heliport. It's a 3-pointer, so if you were going to do an epic, that's a benefit. It's a 50% pop boost, and it's really cheap to buy. It's 20 gold keys. Okay, the balloon park. This leaves air balloons. It's only 10% less of a pop boost. It's a 2-pointer, so that sucks. But if you actually like the hot air balloons, that's a benefit. Okay? Now, what else? What else? What else? We've also got to take into consideration your shops. What should you be doing? We've already discussed that you should be unlocking any of your shop slots the moment that you get the opportunity, right? Well, now you need to pay to upgrade those shops. If you look very closely, you'll notice sometimes you'll have a number. Hold on. You'll have a number on the shop itself. This means that you have an upgrade available. So you'll see a little green arrow, and if you look very closely on my store there's 3 stars right in the center, okay? You're going to pay to upgrade those shops. Now, based on what star shop you have will determine the time discount that you get. So you're basically paying to, if you make all of your items at a specific rate, let's say all items take a specific amount of time. But if you upgrade your shop, they're going to lower the time it takes for every item in the shop by a certain percent. So when you have a 3-star shop, you get a minus 20%, versus when you have a 2-star shop, it's minus 15. And then a 1-star shop is minus 10. So you're speeding up the production, or well, you're deducting 20% of the time from a base level shop to a 3-star shop. So it's very important that you get your shop upgrades done. Now, when we were talking about happiness earlier, and I said that you're going to have to pay to make these people happy, okay? When you have the funding available, right? You don't want to go crazy with it. So what people will do early on is they will go to a point where they're increasing their population faster than they can afford to, right? Thinking that the quicker that they increase their pop, the better taxes they'll get. If you look very closely at the amount of population, I'm at max level and max happiness. So the only possible way that I can increase my taxes right now would be to increase my population. Now, I only get 20,000, and look how much pop I have. Does that even seem in the realm of beneficial to you? So think about that for your game. Think about what that means for your game. If taxes are calculated by city level, city happiness, city pop, and mine is only at 20,000 and I'm at maximum level, maximum happiness, then what? Look at the number. That is pathetic. Now compare it to your number. It's not much of a difference, is it? It's really not. So this is why taxes are not meant to live on, okay? They're meant to be there as like chump change and help you. But really, what I truly believe is they're meant to be there to fuck you up. They're there to completely screw you up. And most people would think, oh, how? Because it's tricking you into thinking that this is what you should focus on. The game is tricking you. They're toying with your head. They're saying, hey, Mayor, come here. We need stuff. Spend money quick that you don't have. Buy shit you don't need. Up more people to get more money. When you're not really getting more money, we're tricking you. And then when you do that, you're going to have to buy more services you can't afford. And it's a vicious cycle. And you're constantly broke. And your map's full of stuff you don't want. You end up with all these services you wouldn't normally have purchased that aren't beneficial. And you bank in a couple hundred coins. Whoop-de-doo, right? So each time you do this, you bank up a little bit, and then you get this chump change at the end of the 24-hour day. 20,000. What is 20,000 going to do for me? It's not even a stack of burgers and a drink, barely, right? Like, that's a joke. So when you look at your taxes for the whole day, let's say you get 8,000 taxes. Then you come over here and you purchased 1 water for 6,000. Really? You just used up your 24 hours worth of taxes to purchase the water? But that's not all. Now you've got to pay for sewage, water, power, waste management, all that stuff, right? You got to pay for all of it every time it goes up. How many days of taxes do you think you have to make to get back what you spent on services? And then guess what? Next time, by the time you make it back, now it's time to up it again. And when that's not happening, then it's time to upgrade your roads. Then when that's not happening, it's time to get hospital, police, fire. Listen, it's a joke. It's a cycle. They're tricking you. It's a big head game. It's kind of like real life. It really is. You get up to go to work, right? Or the war. The war is a perfect example of this. You play war. Like, really hear me out. You play war to earn points to unlock war items, war boosters, and war money to play more war. Wow. So where's the benefit here? Oh, but you got a couple of keys that you can use to do what with? Upgrade your war cards. Oh, but you got a little bit of cash to do what with? Oh, to buy more war cards. I mean, really? Oh, but you got a few coins here and there in the VU Pass. Well, how many coins do you think went to doing war deliveries? Or how many of your items do you think went to repairing war damage, to get war items, to get more war crap? It's all about war. There's no benefit in there. It was a tool, an ingenious tool that EA used to bank in and get money. It was ingenious. It takes away from the actual game, being productive in the game, and it puts your focus on something else. And in the process, you're spending money. Same thing with taxes. People are so focused on population and taxes being the main source of income that they don't pay attention to what's really going on. This is not how you're supposed to fund your city at all. Taxes are just there as chump change, okay? Just collect them and consider it chump change. Now, population is not important, okay? It's not as important as people make it out to be. It's only as important as you make it out to be. If population is super important to you just because you want a high pop city, that's great, then fine. But as far as it being effective, okay, efficient, productive, all that, it's useless. Now, you need it for a couple of things, but in such small amounts, it doesn't even matter. Now, here's the thing. When I told you guys we were building the most efficient city, that's what I said, right? Now, I told you that you can go any way you want with this as long as you do the foundation. The first 24 levels of the game are the most important. It's going to set you up for the crossroads is what I call it. And level 30 is the crossroads. If you go beyond level 30, you should not leave. If you go from level 29 to 30, that is the biggest decision you will ever make in this game. The most hardest decision, and should not be made lightly. When you hit level 30, you're unlocking Omega. You are starting to go into the threshold of unlocking almost every item in the game, you know, between levels 30 and 43. And you unlock burgers at level 31. It's just all around the danger zone, okay? That shouldn't be done until your game is pretty much near complete. Now, when you hit level 1 through 24, okay, you're going to be going through your foundation of your city. You're going to hit level 24. You're going to stop. You're going to camp, and you're going to upgrade. You really ideally want to hit maximum storage before leaving level 24. Before you leave level 24, you should have accomplished everything in Missy's Building Guide 1. Okay, this building guide, the Missy's Building Guide 2, the only thing that's changed is that you can speed level, right? You can speed level to level 24 to ensure whether or not you actually do or do not have epic projects available, and that you have the contest of mayors available at level 11. Those are the only things that have really changed in the Missy's Building Guide. Oh, also the war part of the Missy's Building Guide. They added the VU Pass. So for those of you who are wanting to play the Contest of Mayors competitively, which you would want to do on this guide, you will need to launch war attacks, but launch them only for the purpose of the contest of mayors. What I mean by that is launch attacks as much as you can afford to without costing yourself too much. Buy only war boosters, jackpots, and energy pumps, but preferably jackpots, and unlock war cards. Stack up a ton of war cards so that when you get to Mega, you have a bunch of war cards to do those 3K assignments. Now, sometime between then and Mega, you will need to unlock at least one high-level card. That way you can build points quicker, and that way you can get cards more quickly. Now, I talk about this in a lot of my other videos, so be sure to check those out. But as far as the most efficient city, you're going to want to go with 5-slot factories, maximize all of your shops, get everything maxed out, build only regular residential homes, focus on storage 100% of the time, never selling any rares. You're going to want to unlock the airport feature when you hit Mega, okay? As far as population goes, you want population for the purpose of unlocking certain features within the game. So if you need a certain amount of pop to unlock, let's say, the airport, to unlock the VU tower, the 5-slot factories, that is where your line needs to be to say, okay, this is how much pop I want to have. As far as going beyond that, you need to ask yourself, is it worth it to me right now? Do I want to exceed past the amount of population that is required to unlock key features in the game? Do I want to do that right now just to have a higher number on my plate? Do I want to do that right now and have to pay for more services, right? Now, you don't want to neglect your services for so long that, you know, you're beyond the amount that you can handle. What I'm saying is you don't want to fall into the cycle of, oh, I only need 1 or 2 service demand. I only got about 17,000 right now, so if I purchase that, I'll be flat broke. Or, so I'll just go with a little one for now, continue to rise my population, and then end up with 5, 6 little ones and never really get ahead. That is a horrible cycle to fall into. So what I'm saying is, hold off for the time being. Get to the point where you can afford the one that is the most beneficial and purchase it then, okay? That way you can get ahead of the game and not totally screw yourself up. Now, when you unlock the VU tower, you're going to want to collect as many VU items as you can for the purpose of the contest. You're going to want to launch that thing as much as you can and upgrade it at least to level 8 before leaving level 24. It is really important that you build as many keys as you can during this time. The keys are, I don't know why, but some people seem to think that keys are not important. Keys are extremely important in the game. You need them for all aspects. If you want to build epic projects, you're going to need epic pointers, meaning buildings that have epic points values. If you chose, let's say, the mountain category, okay, then when you go to the mountainside, you're going to have buildings placed along your mountain. Each one of those buildings is worth a certain amount of epic points. You can hold down on each building to see how many epic points each one is worth. Now, you want to have all 3s, 4s, or 5s or higher, which realistically most of the time is 3s and 4s. You want to have all 3s and 4s out on your map when you do your epic. You do not want to have 1s and 2s on your map when you do it, so you'll put those in storage before starting your epic. But more importantly, most of these items are purchased with keys. So if you want to be successful in your epic projects, you need a nice stack of keys when you do that. If you want to be an avid war player, when you upgrade your war cards, if you go to your war screen here, you're going to upgrade your war cards. It's not going to be cheap. Okay, this is a level 3. This is only a level 3. It wants 64 keys just to upgrade it to a level 4. Some of these even ask for platinum keys. Okay, you're going to want to eventually unlock Shield Buster. That's a fact. Okay, because this is going to be very helpful to you in order to bust shield and get the maximize your jackpots. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have War for Beginners beginners videos that you're definitely going to want to check out. The next thing that you need to know is that when you do participate in Club Wars, your team, whether they win or whether they lose, you're going to get some kind of a reward, whether it be a defeat or a victory. It doesn't matter which. But the point is, you're going to get some kind of reward. You will not be eligible to receive any reward whatsoever unless you launch at least one time. Okay, so when your team hits the attack phase, you need to launch at least one time. So like right now, I need to launch. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to collect anything, right? So this is your VU pass. You get the top part of the pass. When you launch attacks, you will earn war points, and those war points will be given, and you can go through the pass. Now, I don't actually have, a whole lot of time or whatever, so I need to launch at least one attack here, so that's why I just picked to do that. Let's see. Just do that, and there you go. See, now I can collect in on the rewards. So that's taken care of, and it'll add my points. I can go to the VU thing here, and it'll tell me how many more points I need to earn before I hit the next level of the pass. Okay. So now that we've established that, do not build any other homes between levels 1 and 30. Okay, it's still only regular homes. Do not leave level 24 until you have everything on the Missy's Building Guide complete. When you leave level 24, you really shouldn't even leave level 24 until you are ready to stop playing the Contest of Mayors too, because you unlock quite a few items at level 24, and all around, it's a nice level to be to continue to win. There's a lot of money that can be made there. And once you hit your first mega win, which you're going to want to watch my videos on how to play calm, what you need to do for, Contest of Mayors prep, what you need to have in play before you even enter into mega, all that stuff. I have videos on all that stuff. But more importantly, when you hit your first win on mega, and you will if you follow my advice, you are going to be given 2,000 cash when you hit your first win on mega, okay? You're going to go to your health tab here, and you're going to see the Maxis Manor, and the Maxis Manor is 8,000 for the fourth. Now, I believe I may have said the price incorrectly before. The first one's 1,000, the second one is 2,000, the third one is 4,000, and the fourth and beyond is 8,000 each. Now, that's a lot of Sims cash. I'm going to tell you that right now. And you would rather have EA paying for that than you paying for it. So buying those now when you can still win the Contest of Mayors easily is very, very important. For example, if you're a high-level player that cannot win the Contest of Mayors, if you look at the price, you're looking at $100 to be able to buy the Maxis. Real money. $100 real money. Now, CPT, my co-president of my group, he has been able to buy all 4 of his Maxis at no cost. He spent $15 real money on the game, and that was for 3 passes. Okay? Actually, it might be 20 now because I think he bought this last pass. I can't remember. So it might be 20 bucks now, but he had all 4 Maxises before this last pass. Now, he's been able to win pretty much every single week since he's been in Mega. I mean, he's lost a couple of times. Two was to hackers. I know that. 1 week he screwed up big time. But for the most part, he wins every week. Same with a lot of people in my group. You'll see when you join our Facebook group, you'll see all the posts from people on there. Usually on Tuesdays, people post, or no, not Tuesdays. Usually on Monday, people post their winning. They say, thank you, Missy. Your stuff helped me out quite a bit, blah, blah, blah. And they post a picture of their win. We had 5 people post last week, I believe it was, and I had several people hit me up in Messenger and say thank you because they won. So it definitely works, okay? My advice works. Now, would you rather pay for the Maxis now when you're winning it and it's all free? Because that shit adds up, okay? That stuff is not cheap, not by a long shot. Now, you can buy 4 for your capital, and then they give you 1 per regional. That's why there's 9 available in total, okay? So, are they worth it? Absolutely. What are they? I'll tell you. So, they are coverage zones for police on fire. They cover all 3 with 1 building. That 1 building is only 4 squares. So, if you look here, this is that building, okay? It's tiny. It's easy. You can move it around. You don't have to worry about, oh, I have a little coverage here for this, but not over here for that. It's just a nice, even amount of coverage for everything that you need. And there's even more. You get a 1 VU item per day from these that you can purchase. Now, granted, they are a little overpriced from what you're normally used to, but they're absolutely worth it. That is guaranteed 4 VU every single day that you are allowed to purchase that you can put in the bank. And in a sense, that's really awesome because that's keys, right? So anybody here who thinks that VU is not beneficial is crazy because that's keys. Now, earlier we were talking about how keys are beneficial. They're beneficial for war, they're beneficial for the epic projects, and another one that I forgot to mention was design. If you're somebody like me and you want to have a really nice looking city, then designing is everything, okay? Having a really cool city is really important to me. So if you want to have things like water, buildings, etc., then it's important that you care about design and that you have keys and that you do the best that you can in the contest and all that stuff. So that should cover most of what you need to know to build the perfect city. Now, every bit of information that you received here is definitely should be utilized, but more importantly, if you click on my Facebook group and you click the announcements section, or if you click my 14-minute Gold Epic video, you will see 3 links. 1 is for the production guide, 1 is for the contest of mayor's guide, and 1 is the Missy's Building Guide. There is also a playlist that says most important videos. This video is going to be added to that playlist, but there is a playlist called Missy's Building Guide. You need to watch that and pick up a copy. That guide right there, I spent a lot of time on it. Everything in it is still very important and should be followed as such. Like I said, the only changes that we made was the contest of mayors is now unlocked at a level 11 and the epic problem. Okay, so if you would like to speed level to 24 just to make sure you absolutely can, you can do that without totally screwing yourself. If you want to take the risk and don't care, then take the risk. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys. I'm going to get this video uploaded because I have several other videos that I need to get done today.